Hello, third graders. Welcome to week 4 of our health videos. Week 1, we talked about our brain, our mental health. Week 2, we talked about our heart. Week 3, we talked about our lungs. And now week 4, we're going to talk about our digestive system. That's kind of like what we do when we eat food. When you see that good looking food over there at dinner table and you go, what happens to it all? So let's go a very basic way of talking about this. Digestive system. That's what happens when you eat or drink anything. First thing you do, your mouth starts to water. That's called saliva, spit. Most of you guys know what that is. And what happens there is saliva gets ready, gets excited to see the food. Food enters the mouth. You chew. Once you're chewing, the saliva helps break it down into small pieces and pushes it back to your throat so you can swallow. Now, before you swallow, though, something happens in your mouth, and all the food becomes a bolus. A bolus is all the mushed up food together. Now your saliva, someone with your saliva, tons of enzymes, tons of them, all right? And that helps break the food down a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Bolus takes them, pushes it down your throat, all the way down the esophagus. The esophagus is right here, helps bring the food down your body. Now, maybe some of you have ate some food before and you have heard someone, maybe a parent, a family friend say, hey, that went down the wrong pipe. What that means is you chew your food, you swallow it, and it goes down your breathing pipe, your windpipe, and not your esophagus. If it goes down your windpipe, you do this, kind of feel like you're choking a little bit because you can't breathe. So you spit out that food. Now, if it goes down the right one, the esophagus, it goes right down to your stomach. Yeah, your stomach. Here's 3 things the stomach does. Stores food you've eaten. Well, yeah, it just got your food. It breaks down the food into a liquidy mixture, and it slowly empties the liquidy mixture to the small intestine. So it gets the food. It's all broken down, goes down the esophagus, down to your belly, and now in your belly and your stomach, it starts breaking down anymore. Then it decides what to do with it all. And all of it goes to the small intestine. Now, your small intestine, very weird to talk about. It's 1.5 to 2 inches wide. So that's 1 inch, 2 inch. So it's about that wide. And it's about 22 feet. 22 feet. Now, remember we talked last week about our lungs. If we took our lungs and we spread them out, it would go all the way across a tennis court. A tennis court. Now we have these small intestines that if you unrolled it all the way, it would go 22 feet. That's huge. Now, let's talk about this a little bit. Food goes into your small intestines. It gets broken down by 3 of our cool friends, the pancreas, the liver, and the gallbladder. We're not talking too much about that, but what our small intestine does is it absorbs all of the vitamins in our food, the minerals, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, all that stuff we'll talk about later in life. Now, small intestine gets it all. It's broken down. It says, you go here, you go here, you go here, and they start shooting off. But there might be a little extra food in that belly of yours. So what does it do? Any leftover food, mushed up, crumbled up food, it's pushed through the large intestine. At the large intestine, it gets pushed all the way out of your body. So you see the food, mouth watered. That looks good. Chew it up with your saliva. Comes the bolus. Bolus opens up, pushes down your esophagus and not your windpipe. Goes down your esophagus right there into your stomach. Broken down more. It goes to your, not the big, but the small intestine. Remember, that's big, 22 feet. 22 feet. Now, at the small intestine, it gets broken up by our 3 friends, pancreas, liver, and gallbladder. They help decide where things go. Once that goes to the large intestine and then gets pushed out the rest of your body. Digestive system. A lot to talk about, a lot more to talk about. Just very basic stuff. Remember to watch our next video that's right below you here. And you can find out a little bit more about your digestive system, answer a couple questions, and I'll be able to talk to you guys a little bit more. Thanks for coming, guys. I'll see y'all next week.